And welcome in on 810varsity.com. Mike Smith behind the mic here tonight for volleyball action live from St. James Academy. St. Teresa's Academy traveling here to St. James. St. Teresa's comes into the contest 16-3. They were riding an 11-game winning streak before they met the St. James Academy Thunder players in the Blue Springs South Tournament Championship this past Saturday. St. James Academy comes in 22-0 on the season, ranked 4th in the nation according to ESPN's Powerade Fab 50 rankings. St. James, a powerhouse in the area for volleyball in the nation, period. They're the defending national champions. As I mentioned, they're 22-0 on the season. St. Teresa's, in their own mind, is a very good volleyball program as well. We followed them here on 810 Varsity for a few games. They will start off with the serve here in the first set. That one knocked over by the libero, Migliezo. Digs that one out. It's going to be picked up. Stars keep it in play. They bump it over now. Now set. Tipped over. Nice block by St. Teresa's. I'll say net infraction by St. Teresa's. That one going to be ticketed on Sarah Godfrey, it looked like, she got in the net. So point went in favor of St. James. They take the early lead in the first set. Serve coming by the setter, Paige Brown, the go-to player for St. Teresa's. Picked up. Brown with the set. Near side. That one in there for the kill. Nice job is Dallas Gardner to come up with the kill. Brown will set the serve once again with the Thunder leading this one 2-0 here in the first set. Brown, as I mentioned, the go-to player for St. James Academy, has committed to Appalachian State. As that's tipped over and knocked back into the net by St. Teresa. So point in favor of St. James once again. Brown finding herself on the third set here, or the third serve from her. Picked up by the Stars, going near side. Nice job by the libero. Sarda is the libero. Another point for St. James. They have a 4-0 advantage thus far in the first set. Substitution. Kathleen Vogel, who had missed a lot of time this season due to a broken fibula, is in there for the first time one of the first times this season. That one poked over. A nice tap by Godfrey. Picked up by St. James, though. It's going to Riley gets a piece of, and it's going to fall as it went off of St. Teresa's and out of play. And as I said, off a Stars player and point in favor of St. James once again. 5-0 now, the advantage for the Thunder thus far in the first set. They've controlled the pace from the get-go. That one looked like it may have been tipped. Yep, tipped on the block. It looked like Dallas Gardner got a piece of it, as well as Annie Riley for St. James. First tally on the board for St. Teresa's. They'll have the serve with Elaine Schmidt, who leads the team in aces for St. Teresa's, averaging about a half an ace per game. That one, nice dig by Riley. Going far side, Gardner gets it over. Picked up from the back line for the Stars. That one right down that power alley off the arm of Migliezo for the Stars, and a point for St. James. So St. James regains the serve in their favor. They'll have Annie Riley taking the serve, one of the seniors on that squad. Jump serve there, and that one out across the end line. Service error by St. James. Second tally on the board for the Stars of St. Teresa's. These two teams, as I mentioned, played in the championship game in the Blue Springs South tournament this past Saturday. St. James winning that one in straight sets. 25-14, 25-20 was the score in those sets. Tipped over, but not enough by Gardner. Block would have been successful as well, as you saw Emily Wimhoff try to get in the face of that one. So St. Teresa is able to rattle off 2 consecutive points now as they get back within 3. 6-3 St. James leading in the first set. Straight down the middle, right there for the kill was Dulick, but picked up by St. Teresa's. Nice dig by Migliezo. Wimhoff gets a piece of it on the near side. Tipped up. St. Teresa's keeps this one. Wimhoff sets for Croft. Croft's going to get the point. Double hit appeared is the call by the referees. on St. James. So St. Teresa's, after being in a hole to start off this first set, they have found themselves back within 2. 6-4 is the tally here in the first set. The serve by the Stars. That one going to be out across the back line. Serve now by O'Rear. Serve coming by O'Rear on the last one as well for the Stars. 6-5 in favor of St. James here in this first set. O'Rear with the serve. Bumped up. Going to be set by Brown. Looking for a teammate, Person. Person pumps it over, but out across the end line once again. So the last few plays for St. James, a little bit too much mustard behind the hit. And out of play it goes. It's all knotted up at 6 now between these two squads. Two of the top-tier teams in volleyball in this area. Spike straight down the middle. Katie Dulick, the senior, plays that middle position quite well for St. James. She had 14 kills, 15 blocks, and 10 digs over the course of the Blue Springs South tournament for the Thunder this past Saturday. Near side, going up for the kill was Wimhoff. That was Emily Wimhoff, and she will get the credit for the kill as Brown tried to dive out for it to save it. The initial hit coming by Annie Riley. As Wimhoff sent the spike back from the Stars. So Stars now all knotted up at 7 apiece. Back and forth points on the last two here in the first set. Served by Croft. Croft with the service error. No. Yep, service error by Croft is an early indication that St. Teresa's was going to get the point, but out of play across the end line, side judge says, and a point in favor of St. James. So St. James leading by 1, 8-7 here in the first set. Jump serve coming. Tip over on the far side. It looked like Hogue interfered with the net, though, so point in favor of St. James. Hogue set it up well. Would have fell for a Stars point, but net interference is the call by the referee. Set. Wimhoff gets it blocked in her face. And double hit by Emily Wimhoff as she tried to set up the spike, but a nice double block by the Stars. Gardner is the server. Gardner sets that one up. Schmidt poked over by Wimhoff, and Gardner can't lay out to save that one. See substitution. 10-8 is the score. St. James leading here in the first set. Serve in favor of St. Teresa's after that nice play by Emily Wimhoff. Her sister Nicole setting her up on the spike. Serve by the setter Nicole Wimhoff. Picked up on that back line by O'Rear. Emily Wimhoff gets it over the block for the Stars. Brown now blocked. Nice job by Hogue. Right up, straight up the middle. Went one-on-one with Ariana Person. Came up with the block, and actually they'll say it fell in on the Stars' side. It looked like it made it back over. But my eyes deceiving me on that one. As that one off the arm of O'Rear for another point for the Thunder. Thunder advanced their point lead here, 12-8 in this first set. As I mentioned, these two squads played for the first time this season in the championship game in the Blue Springs South tournament this past Saturday. St. James winning that one. They haven't lost a game this season, ranked 4th in the nation. Served by Person. Knocked over by Haynes. Still picked up by the Thunder. But near far side, Riley goes for the spike. The Stars will get the point on the double hit as it was returned right in the face of Haynes on the block. So back and forth pace actually here in this first set. If you're head coach Abby Lane, you have to be satisfied with that from a St. Teresa's squad to be holding her own with this high-paced St. James squad. Tipped over, nice job by Schuler, it appears. Excuse me, that was Hogue from the middle hitter position. No need to wind up sometimes on those massive spikes. You can just tap it over the front line defense and get those points like Hogue did there. Paige Brown with the set from the far side. Was picked up by the Stars, though. Good job. Brown with a set once again. Riley got a piece of it. That one off the hands of the blockers for the Stars. Holly Hogue, who averages the most blocks for the Stars, got a piece of it but went out of play. So St. James getting the tally. 13-10 for the Thunder here in the first set. Serve coming by Sheridan Zarda, who had 67 digs in the Blue Springs South tournament. Zarda, the libero for St. James. Poked over by Hogue. Picked up by the Stars, though. This one going to be poked over and picked up by the Stars. Nice defense, just going to send it back over, did Wimhoff. Good block there by the Stars this time. Riley goes for the kill and out of play. Point Stars. We've seen Riley be very active along that outside hitter position on the far side of the court for St. James. That time, not coming up for the point. As she goes up for the kill once again, does Riley. Picked up by Migliezo. Wimhoff with the set. Haynes put it back over the net. Stars now with it. Haynes going to set it up. Back is Emily Wimhoff from the back line. Riley now. Migliezo got a piece of it. This one near side. Godfrey. Godfrey gets it in right on the end line almost for St. Teresa's. And they're back within one now. 13-12 here in the first set. Migliezo, the libero, with the serve. Migliezo committed to Oklahoma. Brown goes out for a dig, but it's going to go out of play. Riley had a piece of it, but well out of play. Couldn't get it back over the net. St. Teresa's ties it up at 13 apiece here in the first set. Migliezo again on the serve. Page looking for Riley. Riley sends that one into the middle of the defense for St. Teresa's. It looked like they were watching on that one, unfortunately. Unaware of who was going to pick it up. Right in that gray area of the back line maybe scooting up to pick it up, or the front line moving back to pick that one up. So served by the Thunder now as they lead by one. Godfrey gets a piece of it. And out of play that one goes. She tried to go for the kill along the near side. Paige Brown, the setter, committed to Appalachian State. Now on the serve. That one got a piece of. Did the Thunder on the potential kill by Croft. Out of play to the near side. Riley sends that one. So you see St. James playing to that far side hitter position, typically being Riley here thus far in this first set. It's led them to their 1-point advantage of 15-14. Served by Schmidt and double block right in the middle. Croft got a piece of that one, most notably for the Stars. Croft stuffed it back in the face of the Thunder. And back to even in this first set, 15-15. Schmidt, the go-to player on the serves, leading the team in aces. Picked up on the back line, still in play for the Stars. Going to be bumped over by Schmidt, but out of play along the near sideline. Good play, though, by Emily Wimhoff on the back line for Stars to pick up that dig down low. This was a great return serve by St. James. Riley with a jump serve, picked up by Migliezo along the back line. Dropped in by Godfrey, but Brown dives down for the dig. Schmidt now with the set. Wimhoff with the back spike. Now far side, that one to the near side corner. Nice job by Ariana Person to come up with the kill there. She had 65 kills, did Person, in the Blue Springs South tournament. Definitely a tremendous athlete. Plays 3 sports for St. James Academy, does Person. Timeout on the floor by St. Teresa's as they trail by 2 tallies here in this first set, 17-15. The pace has been back and forth, though, between the two squads. First off, St. James took the early lead. They had about a 5-0 lead here in this first set, but we saw St. Teresa's keep their composure, get back into this one. They tied it up quite a few times, about 3 or 4 ties thus far in this first set. As I mentioned, these two squads faced off in the Blue Springs South Tournament Championship this past Saturday. St. James winning those 2 sets, 25-15 in the first set, 25-20 in the second set. this set being a little bit closer. You got to think it's maybe some familiarity for St. Teresa's. Maybe they're able to read St. James and vice versa as well. Nice serve there by Riley. And go far side, Croft. Brown picks it up from the ground. That one going to be out of play. And point St. Teresa's. Person got a spike on that one from the outside hitter position once again, but couldn't keep it in bounds. 17-16 now. The Thunder of St. James Academy leading here in the first set. Serve in favor of the Stars. O'Rear back to serve once again. Straight down the middle. Picked up by Migliezo on the potential middle kill. Migliezo gets it again off the potential block. Brown pokes it back and forth there by both teams. Near side, Emily Wimhoff going to poke it over the top of the defense. You had 6-foot middle hitter Katie Dulick right there. But Emily Wimhoff gets it over her. And we're back to tied at 17-17. Brown with the backside set to the near side, and that one was Gardner got a piece of it. Brown and the Thunder keeping it up. Migliezo bumps it up into the rafters. Still kept in play. Brown now over to Person. Person gets it in. We saw diving Stars player Elaine Schmidt, lay it all out on the line to save that one, but Schmidt couldn't track it down. Dulick with the serve now for the Thunder, and they have the 1-point advantage. Wimhoff with the spike near side. Person going to tap it over from the far side out hitter position. Croft now, and that one going to be a kill for Anna Croft from the outside hitter position on that far side of the court. Anna Croft getting a piece of that one. She leads the team in kills. Second on the team in kills, 3.1 per game for the Stars. Leading the way is Emily Wimhoff with 5.6. Brown bump set for Persons. Persons gets that one in. Another dive by Schmidt, but couldn't track it down. Back and forth points here once again between these two squads. 19-18 the score. St. James leading this one. Gardner on the serve for the Thunder. Nicole Wimhoff over to her sister Emily. And that's going to be a point for the Stars. She went spike down the power alley on the near side. 19-19 now. St. Teresa's the number 1 team in the state of Missouri for volleyball. 16-3 on the season. Playing one of the top teams in the nation in St. James Academy. The top team in the state of Kansas, and the number 4 team in the nation is St. James. Double hit looks like on St. James. Coach Dorsey for the Thunder yelling out some instructions for her squad from the sideline. Persons tries to tap over, and that's going to be a point for the Thunder as the double block unsuccessful by the Stars. 20-20 here in the first set. An electric matchup thus far between these two squads here on 810varsity.com. Ariana Person with the serve. She had 7 aces in that Blue Springs South tournament. Blocked straight up the middle by Kayla Guyett. Guyett playing the middle hitter position now. Some rotation around for the Thunder, and they keep the lead now, regaining it, 21-20. Service error there by Persons, and that's going to knot it back up at 21 apiece. You don't want to see the errors if you're either squad here, because these two squads are very disciplined. Head coach Abby Lane for St. Teresa's and head coach Nancy Dorsey, 2 exceptional coaches that make sure their squads are very disciplined on this defensive and offensive sides. So they don't want to come up with any errors giving free points away for either team. But a service error there on the hand of St. James Academy gives the tie back for St. Teresa's here in this first set at 21 all. Timeout on the floor. As I was mentioning, both of these teams led by exceptional head coaches. Nancy Dorsey earning her bachelor's degree at the University of Kansas, where she played 4 years of volleyball. She is the assistant coach at Pearly Compton and a 1-year head coach there as well, and 2 years at Mill Valley before coming to St. James. Her counterpart, Abby Lane, for St. Teresa's, served as the JV coach for 3 years for the Stars, then a assistant coach as well for the varsity, and then it's their first year at the helm as the head coach for St. Teresa's. She's also been a club volleyball coach for the past 3 seasons. Her MAV squad took second in the nation last year. So Abby Lane, a exceptional volleyball coach, as well as Nancy Dorsey. That one poked over by Guyot, who had the exceptional block on the last point. Or on the last point for St. James, excuse me. Paige Brown, the setter, going to get the kill as she just taps that one over. Her deceptiveness is key to this squad for the Thunder. That's what's led the squad for St. James this season. And head coach Dorsey saying that her setter, Paige Brown's deceptiveness on whether she's going to tap it over or set it up for one of her teammates has been key to their 22-0 record. St. James leading it 22-21 as that one's put in the net by Abby Haynes of the Stars. Now a 2-point advantage for St. James Academy. This first set getting closer and closer to match point. 23-21. St. James leading this one after 2 consecutive rallies. As I was mentioning, some of the key players in tonight's contest. Paige Brown on the side of St. James Academy. Over 150 assists in the Blue Springs South tournament this past weekend. 43 digs and 11 kills for her at the setter position. Her counterpart for St. Teresa's, definitely exceptional as well, committed to UMKC, is Nicole Wimhoff, leading the team in assists. Right there as far as aces as well, averaging a half an ace per contest. A 42.2% hitting percentage for Nicole Wimhoff. She is the setter for the Stars. Sheridan Zarda, the libero, who's committed to the University of Nebraska, to serve. Picked up by Migliezo. Set by Wimhoff. Brown gets a piece of it. Now Zarda, and going to be poked over by Dulick. Wimhoff from the back with the spike. Nice block by the Stars there. Scrum for it, and the Thunder get it back over. Nicole Wimhoff with the set. Blocked back over. Double hit. Paige Brown gets the block. Credit her. 24-21 match point coming for St. James Academy here in the first set. It's been back and forth pace, so you can't rule out the Stars on the match point here by Zarda and the Thunder. Dug out by Migliezo as Emily Wimhoff gets it over. Referee blows the whistle. Some interference at the net, I believe. Not exactly aware what the exact call is. So reset everything. So Zarda will reset the serve. Zarda gets that one in. Picked up on the back line. Migliezo. They're going to have to bump it over, does the Stars. They get it over. Brown with the set. Riley from the far side, and she's going to get the match point kill for St. James. That's going to do it for the first set, but a close one here at St. James Academy. 25-21 in the first set. St. James takes the first set between these two squads, but a close matchup between these two. 25-21 was that one. That one, closest set of 3 between these two squads this season. As I mentioned, they played each other in the championship game of the Blue Springs South tournament this past Saturday. St. James coming away with the victory there and taking the championship crown. But the sets coming 25-14, 25-20 in favor of the Thunder this past Saturday. They take the first set here on their home court, 25-21 over the Stars of St. Teresa's Academy. So we'll switch sides here for the second set. Get ready to get things underway as St. James leads 1-0 over St. Teresa's. Both these squads, as I mentioned, deserve high accolades between these two, as they're two of the premier volleyball programs in the KC area. St. Teresa's the #1 squad in the state of Missouri rankings. And they're 16-3 on the season. There's 3 losses coming to, I believe, St. Thomas Aquinas, Blue Valley West, and these St. James Academy Thunder that they take on here tonight. So definitely no slouch programs that they played in their losses. And you look at St. James, they've been in existence as a school for just a few years, but they've developed a great sports program all around. The volleyball program is the defending national champions, ranked 4th in the nation by ESPN right now, the Powerade Fab 50 poll. One of 2 Kansas schools in that Fab 50, the other being Bishop Miege. And St. James, the #1 team in the state of Kansas right now as well. They will start off with the serve here in this second set. Looks like the setter, Paige Brown, matter of fact, will take it. Brown will go down in the history books as the all-time assist leader in St. James history. And as I mentioned, just alone in this past tournament this past weekend, Brown had 151 assists. She puts the serve in here on this second set. Poked over there by Hogue. A dive and a miss by 2 star players, Nicole Wimhoff and Sarah Godfrey, putting their bodies on the line to come up with the dig. To no avail, so first point of this second set goes to the St. James Academy. Nicole Wimhoff, that spike blocked by Godfrey and sent out of play. St. Teresa's was able to respond back over to the side of the Thunder, but out of play along the far side. Godfrey going to poke it over, picked up by Brown. Down the middle, Riley gets a piece of it. Nice dig out there by Nicole Wimhoff. Picked up on the back line by the Stars. Brown with a set to the near side. St. Teresa's got a piece of it. Godfrey with straight down the middle spike, right in the face of Persons, but she got a piece of that one to keep it back in play. Godfrey again, picked up by the libero Zarda. Migliezo dives for the dig, but can't get it up with the one-handed dig. So this second set starting off like the first one, where St. James takes the early lead. St. James took a 5-0 lead in the first set. They have 3-0 here. The block there, Godfrey tries to poke over. An infraction by St. Teresa's there as an error, crediting the 4th point on the rally for St. James. Migliezo with the bump, and that one not going to be bumped over by Godfrey. Godfrey went to the middle, trying to bump that one just back over. Really couldn't set up anything for St. Teresa's on that last offensive set. Vogel back in. As I mentioned, Vogel missing most of the season due to a broken fibula, but a senior leader for this St. Teresa squad. She'll be, desperately needed for the rest of the season, and she is a key integral part as St. James rallies off another point. Now take the 6-0 advantage here in this second set. Brown still with the serve. It's been in favor of St. James Academy to start off this second set the whole way through. No serves thus far by the Stars, as that one's out of play on the near side spike. Timeout by St. Teresa's. Coach Lane wants to regroup her squad as they trail by 7 points here in this second set. Quickly gotten in favor of the Thunder here in this second set. Paige Brown leading the way on her serve. She had 6 aces back in this past weekend's tournament. Did Paige Brown, the setter. She definitely helps dictate the pace, does Brown, as well as the libero Sheridan Zarda for this St. James squad. St. Teresa's, though, can dictate the pace themselves with a few players on their squad. Their libero, Taylor Migliezzo, does an exceptional job, averaging just about 5 digs per contest. She's come up with some key digs here tonight. When you add in the setter, Nicole Wimhoff, as I've mentioned, definitely an integral part and a boisterous leader on the Stars squad. So out of the timeout, Stars tried for the middle kill there. Still picked up on the back line by Nicole Wimhoff, but played into the net. And another point for St. James. 8-0 now. The Thunder, as we see a substitution for St. Teresa's. Miranda Schultz coming in, the sophomore. Going to take the place of Abby Haynes. Wimhoff plays it over to Vogel on that far side. Thunder pick it up. Just going to be popped over there. That's a nice job by Persons to get a hand on it, but out of play. She's a little frustrated with herself, and that gives the first tally of this second set in favor of St. Teresa's. Saw St. Teresa's mount a little comeback in that first set, so they're definitely not out of things as they trail by 7 in this second set. First serve, though, that was by Migliezzo. Back and forth here on this rally. Schultz goes up for it. Taps it over the front line of the defense for St. James Academy, and they're going to pop it in there right in front of Vogel, who dove for it for the Stars. Nice heads-up play by Katie Dulick. One thing that St. James does exceptionally well that Coach Dorsey mentioned to me when I talked to her earlier yesterday, she mentioned that her squad is very, very intelligent on whether they should go up for the spike on the set or just try to sneak it in behind that front line of the defense. They played it out of play there for the second point of this second set for St. Teresa's. That one, Gardner got a piece of the spike from the outside hitter position, far side. Persons now gets it, and that one's going to sneak in there. Persons gets the rainbow there for a point. 10th one for St. James here in this second set. 10-2 now, the advantage for the Thunder. Zarda checks out for St. James. So we have Dulick with the serve. And that one off the arms of Schmidt. And another point for St. James Academy. So a service ace there for Dulick. Known for her middle hitting position. Croft gets that one in. It looks like it stays in. No, they'll say it was out. Surprising there. It looked like it got a piece of the near sideline, but out of play. According to the referees, that's what they're paid for. They come up with those calls. My eyes deceiving me, but eyes not deceiving me there as Vogel comes up with a kill from her outside hitter position. She'll check out and have McLaren O'Rear come in to serve for her. It's 12-3 here in the second set. The Thunder leading this one. Zarda from the back line picked up. O'Rear now gets a piece of it to keep it going. Person gets it. That one's sent right into the face of Schmidt. And St. James gets the kill by Persons. 13-3. Another timeout for St. Teresa's. You saw the first set go back and forth between these two squads, but St. James Academy has seemingly found their groove here in this second set and been able to work it. 13-3 is the advantage for the Thunder, though, here in this second set, live on a10varsity.com. Definitely can't rule out the Stars, though. They found themselves in predicaments like this earlier in the season and have rattled off a few points to come back in the sets. They're playing a very high-caliber team in St. James, but they're high-caliber themselves. You got to think if you're Coach Lane, you're going to look to set up Emily Wimhoff on the outside hitter position. You've also got Anna Croft in there as well, so your two go-to players as far as the kills go are in there for St. Teresa's. You got to think that Nicole Wimhoff will set up one of those two players. She sets up her sister there, and Emily picked up there by the the Thunder, though. Just tipped over quickly by Nicole Wimhoff that time. Persons gets a piece of it. Migliezo keeps it in play. Now Emily Wimhoff gets that. Spike blocked back. Migliezo quickly just bumps that over. And that one's going to be nice job by the Stars to get the rally point there. Deception by Emily Wimhoff as she went up for the block, and Gardner tried to poke it over, but may have thought that one might have been back in her face, so she couldn't get all of what she wanted behind that one. That's going to be good for the fourth tally here in this second set for the Stars. Dugout by O'Rear. This rally still continuing. Double hit by Hogue along that near side hitter's position. 14-4. St. James Academy as Ariana Persons with the serve. Tipped over by Wimhoff. She catches St. James defense off guard there, puts it behind the front line defense. Schultz back in, taking the place of Schmidt. Serve coming by Nicole Wimhoff, the setter. That one stuffed in the face as Guy tried to play a sneaky tip over right along the net. So that's two consecutive points here in this second set. The first time that St. Teresa's been able to stretch some points together, and that one off the fist of Migliezo and out of play into the stands. So after St. Teresa's rallies off two consecutive tallies on the board, they find themselves giving up one more to St. James. 15-6 is the score here in the second set. Served by Zarda. Wimhoff sets up her teammate Hogue, and Hogue gets it in along the near side. Persons tried out for the dig, but couldn't get to it in time. So you see St. Teresa's now looking like they've got some composure back to their squad. As Emily Wimhoff with that serve. Nice dig out there by the Stars as Migliezo puts it up. Middle spike sent back by the Thunder. Zarda gets a piece of it. Set by Brown. Blocked. Still up in the air is Schultz. Nice job diving out of bounds as Wimhoff to keep that one in play for the Stars. Laying it all out on the line is St. Teresa's here. They trail 15-7. It's a long rally for a point. Brown plays it near side for Riley. Down the power alley. Riley to the far side part of the court. Gets that one. But a back and forth pace there on that last rally by both squads. And nice play by St. Teresa's, though. You saw Nicole Wimhoff laying out towards the bench. As Schultz got a piece of it, Wimhoff kept it in play to keep that rally going. It ultimately went in favor of the Thunder for a point. But you got to credit that defensive effort. And that one almost blocked by Hogue, but got her fingertips and fell in on the side of St. Teresa's court. So another point for St. James. 17-7 is Paige Brown, the server. Missed on the set by Hogue from her middle hitter position. 18-7 now. Brown with the serve once again. And that'll be a serve ace by Brown on that last one because the Stars didn't get it back over. They get it back over that time, though, along the far sideline for their 8th tally here in this second set. Trail by 10. 8 do the Stars here to St. James Academy. Served by Migliezo, picked up by Person along the back line. Migliezo gets it up. Schultz keeps it in play. Wimhoff from the back line position. Gardner now gets it. Wimhoff going to set up Croft. Picked up by the Thunder. Riley with the spike. Tipped by the Stars, so Riley will get credit for the kill. 19-8. St. James leading this one. St. James won the first set, 25-21. Second set not as close thus far, 19-8 as St. James has doubled up the Stars. That one going to be out of play before Crofts could play it back over. You see substitution for St. Teresa's. Olivia Schuler in on the back line as it's 20-8 here in this second set. Jump serve by Riley, picked up by Migliezzo on the back line. Schuler bumps it over. Zarda now the libero gets it. Set by Brown. A little confusion by Gardner and Dulick on who was going to get that spike. Dug out by Riley. Brown gets it. Now poked over. Nice block by Schultz. Still on the Thunder side, and the Thunder will get the point. Nice block by Schultz initially. Thunder do keep their composure and get it back over. Dulick got a piece of it to send it in for the 21st point in this second set for St. James Academy. Riley, her jump serve once again. Schuler gets it off the back line. Croft tried to spike it over. Vogel now plays it to that back line. Brown gets a piece of it. Gonna play over to Persons. Double block by the Stars. Thunder still keep it up. Schuler from the back line. Now Vogel with a spike. Down the power alley, picked up by Persons. Off the arm of Migliezzo and out of play. St. James gets another kill and another tally. 22-8. The advantage for St. James Academy. 3 points away from taking the second set and the match. That's a service error, though, by Riley. Riley, the senior. Another one of those go-to players for St. James Academy. Plans on playing college volleyball. He's got some Division II and D1 offers. Hasn't committed yet. Whiffed on there, though, by Dulick for the Thunder. Consecutive points now for the Stars. 22-10 for St. Teresa's. Schmidt with the ace there for the Stars. Another serve by Schmidt. Blocked, but it got over. It was blocked by the Stars, but the Thunder got it over and managed to get their 23rd tally on the board. Croft went up for that block along with one of her fellow teammates, but snuck back into the Stars side of the court as that one's punched home for the 24th tally. Now match point for St. Teresa's. And the heads-up play by Kayla Goyette. Goyette made some heads-up plays here in this second set for St. James. Croft now coming up for the kill on the near side for St. Teresa's. They're not out of this one. Do trail 24-11. See some substitutions. Emily Wimhoff back in as well as McLaren O'Rear, who will take the serve. 24-11, as I said, the score here in this second set. That one gets over the net, trickles over the net by O'Rear, and that's going to be his serve ace for the Stars. Thunder may have thought that one wasn't going to make it over the net, but indeed it does, and that's the 12th tally on the board for St. Teresa's. Blocked, stuff in the face of Persons. Thunder keep it up. Persons going to sneak it behind that front line defense. Migliezzo bumps it over, though, for the Stars. Tipped over there by Gardner. Gardner and St. James get the point as it went over that front line defense, and that's 25-12. That's going to do it for the match. So in straight sets, St. James Academy wins this one. Oh, excuse me. They will play a third set here, it looks like. Typically, in most cases, it is you take the first two sets and the matchup is over, but we'll play a third set here tonight between these two squads. St. James Academy winning the first two sets, though. The first set being ultra competitive between these two squads, 25-21. You saw St. James take the initial lead, 5-0 in that one, and then it was back and forth pace throughout. And St. Teresa's rallied to come up with some key integral points in that first set, and was only lost by 4. You hear the student section here at St. James cheering on their squad. In the second set, it was more in favor of the Thunder of St. James, 25-12 in favor of St. James Academy. So we will go to a third set here. St. James winning both of the first two, 25-21, 25-12. We saw in the second set, Paige Brown to start off serve for St. James and rattle off 6 unanswered points to really dictate that pace in that second set for the Thunder. She really got things going for St. James Academy. You saw early timeouts for Coach Lane and the Stars to try to get their composure back underneath themselves, and they were able to rally and put some points on the board in that second set, but had that nice deficit that they fell so far behind that you may have been an insurmountable lead trying to get in that second set. But we're here in the third set, and the serve will be in favor of St. Teresa's. Libero Migliezo to start things off. Power alley kill there for St. James, though. Katie Dulick. Dulick, they say, stepped over the line at the net there. So point actually in favor of St. Teresa's. Dulick came up with an exceptional play, but the Stars ultimately benefiting from it as Migliezo with the dig. Some confusion along the front line between Schultz and Wimhoff. That is Nicole Wimhoff on who was going to pick that one up. And it falls home for St. James' first tally on the board. So 1-1 all after points back and forth for each squad. Croft with the far side kill. Down the power alley as Zarda laid her body out to try to come up with the dig, but to no avail there. So St. Teresa's leading 2-1 here in the third set. Schmidt with the serve. Picked up by Zarda. That one going to be played by Dulick along the near side, right into the face of Migliezo. Unable to react fast enough to set that one up for any of her teammates and off her hands for a point for St. James. Riley going to have it with the jump serve for St. James. 2-2 now the score here. Far side, Croft once again. Croft, as I mentioned, one of the go-to players. And you set up on the outside hitter position for St. Teresa's, and you can see right there on that last play, she got the kill. Down the power alley to the near side. 3-2 the advantage for St. Teresa's, and as I mentioned they had the advantage. It's back to tied between these two squads. 3-3 as there's a middle kill there by St. James Academy. And Katie Dulick. Dulick 2 kills thus far as she has a service error on her serve, and that's another point for St. Teresa. So back and forth have the points gone thus far to start things off here in the third set. Croft plays that off the serve. Croft tried to get it on the back line, but Riley comes up with the kill from her outside hitter position. 4-4 now the tally on the board between these two squads. Gardner with the serve. We saw Hogue get a piece of that one. That one sent up and interfered on by the rafters. I don't believe, exactly unsure what the call was, but point towards St. Teresa's. Was looking away from the referee there, so unaware what the official call was. Brown trying to set up Person along the far side. Thunder now bump it over. That one's going to be out of play along the near side part of the court. for St. Teresa's, and that's a point for the Stars. So 2 consecutive points now. First time either squad has rattled off consecutive tallies on the board here in this third set. 6-4 the advantage for the Stars. And Nicole Wimoff, the setter, averages a half an ace per contest. Confusion there between Riley and Person on the set by Brown results in another point for the Stars. 7-4 now as Wimhoff puts that one up. Picked up though, nice job by Tripp. And played back over. Wimhoff gets a piece of that one. Spike partially blocked. Person gets that one. That one going to go off the line judge on the inline and out of play. But off of a St. Teresa's player before that as well, so in favor of St. James. Ariana Person with the serve. Plays it to the near side part of the court. Miranda Schultz with the spike down the middle. Brown just with a tip over and catches St. James off guard. Brown, nice job there. She noticed no one was along the near side part of the front line for St. Teresa's. So just tipped it over and it fell home for another tally for St. James. The Thunder trailed to St. Teresa's though, 6-7 here in this third set. Brown tip over once again. Schultz going to set it up. Migliezzo just going to poke it over now. That one blocked as Goyet tried to spike down the middle. We see Wimhoff now get a piece of it. Couldn't get all of that one. Her sister Nicole tried to set her up towards the near side, but 3 consecutive points now for St. James, and they find themselves tied at 7 here in the third set. Nicole Wimhoff with the set to her sister Emily Wimhoff, and that's going to be a kill for Emily Wimhoff. She took a hard spill to the floor, comes up limping a little bit. We'll see if she can stay in. And she is a huge part of the St. Teresa's squad. Trying to walk it off, but looks like Coach Lane will send in a sub. We're going to see Olivia Schuler and also Kathleen Vogel back in for St. James, but Emily Wimhoff coming off the court, injuring her leg. May have been an ankle injury as she collided with one of her teammates right about the middle of the net going up for that last kill. St. Teresa's did get the point, so they lead this in the third set 8-7 as they play it back over. Set by Brown, middle, kill by Riley. Riley straight down the pipe for that one. 8-8 now, the tally here after the Riley kill. We'll see if Emily Wimhoff can come back into the contest, as she, as I mentioned, an integral part to the offense and the defense for St. Teresa's. So an unfortunate turn of events if she can't be back into this one. St. James stuffs that one back in the face of the Stars for 2 consecutive points, and they regain the lead. 9-8 here in the third set. Zarda with the serve. Zarda's going to get the ace. 10-8 now the advantage off the ace from Zarda. Zarda, the all-time dig leader at St. James Academy. Wimhoff tries to set up Hogue. Blocked there. Nice job by Dulick, though. This one, near side kill by Vogel, but going to be out of bounds, so won't be credited for the kill. Instead, a point for St. James. Vogel looks pretty good from coming back from her fibula injury. A lineup issue for St. James, or excuse me, St. Teresa's, resulting in a point for St. James. As Schuler checks out and Emily Wimhoff back in. So it's good to see Emily Wimhoff back into the contest after coming off the court limping here in this third set. Wimhoff will get it off the serve, but tipped right back over by Dulick. Also in there was Riley. 13-8 the advantage for St. James. So after the initial start of this third set as a back and forth pace, both teams taking a 2-point advantage back and forth. St. James has seemingly tried to find something here, and that one off Migliezo's hand and into the chest of her teammate Wimhoff, who was unexpectedly not prepared for that. Another point for St. James, as they are very hyped, are the Thunder. They lead by 6 here in this third set, 14-8. Timeout on the floor by the Stars. I mentioned here in this third set, a back and forth pace. St. Teresa's even had a 2-tally lead, but St. James able to rattle off some consecutive points to be able to take this 5-point lead here in this third set. St. James took the first two sets, a very close one in the first one, 25-21. Second set, 25-12 in favor of the Thunder. Zarda with the serve for St. James Academy with a 6-point lead. Zarda played it to the far side part of the court. Riley gets it over for the Thunder. Schultz now plays it over the front of that defensive line. Nice job. Persons couldn't play it back over. So Miranda Schultz comes up with the heads-up play. Seeing that the St. James Academy Thunder front line was going for the block, instead of going for that spike, Schultz just going to tip it over that defensive line. This time Dulick, with her lateral movement across that front line, comes to the near side for the kill. 15-9 here in this second set. Brown with the serve, picked up by Wimhoff on the back line. Croft taps it over, but out of play. 16-9, as that one was out of play off the Stars. Brown again with the serve. Wimhoff sets up Croft going down power alley with the spike. Riley picks it back up, and that one's off the hands of Nicole Wimhoff of the Stars. So Riley, instead of going opposite side court on that kill there, she decided to keep it along the far sideline. Brown will have the serve again. Migliezo with the bump set. Poked over by Vogel. Straight down the middle by Riley. Nice pickup by Migliezo, though. And that one's off the arm of Zarda. A line drive back into the net. And the Stars get the point. Schultz takes a seat on the bench as Elaine Schmidt comes back in. Schmidt, first year on the varsity squad, but leading the team in aces. So definitely knows her role, does Schmidt. She gets that one knocked back into her face. She tried to bump it up. Just the unfortunate direction that it went for Schmidt. So 18-10, St. James leading here in this third set. St. James taking the first two sets over the Stars of St. Teresa's. Nice job by Croft with the spike there. But knocked back over by St. Teresa's, and they'll get the point. Or excuse me, St. James will get the point. Timeout on the floor once again. We see St. Teresa's calling this one. They trail by 9 in the third set, 19-10. Found themselves back and forth pace in this third set thus to start it off. And then St. James able to rattle off a little bit of a stretch to take a lead. And that's how they get to the 9-point advantage that they have for the Thunder over the Stars. As I mentioned throughout the first two sets, both of these squads exceptionally good at volleyball, especially in this area. Easily two of the top 3 squads in this area, the other one being Bishop Miege. St. Teresa's the #1 team in the state of Missouri. St. James Academy in the top 50 in the nation. So that one partially blocked, but falls home for St. Teresa's, a point for them. Partially blocked by Person, but St. Teresa's gets it back over just as they tip it back over on the block. And Brown couldn't get it back over for the Thunder. O'Rear with the serve. Down the near side, off the arm of Migliezzo, the kill by Gardner. Gardner had 17 kills in this past week's tournament on Saturday, Blue Springs South tournament that the Thunder came away with the title in. They took down the St. Teresa Academy Stars in the championship game, so both these squads very familiar with each other as they play each other each year as well. And St. Teresa's awarded the point there as it was played off the back line by the Thunder. 20-12 here, the score in the third set. St. James leading it. Served by Anna Croft. Killed down the alley, right down the middle by Kayla Guyett. 21-12 here in this third set. Gardner with the serve, jump serve. Jump serves have been very effective here for St. James as Brown plays it over to the Stars side of the court. Picked up by Gardner, now Zarda. Backline spike by Riley, but into the net it goes. The Stars will get the point off that rally. Schultz will come back in as Schmidt will come out. Schultz will play on that front line. Schmidt coming out as she's a primarily designated server. Looks like net interference may have been the call, as the referee is pointing at the net on St. Teresa. So 22-13 after the net interference call. Person now with it. And that one going to be out across the back line off the Stars. 23-13, 10-point advantage here in this third set for St. James. Ariana Person had 7 aces in the Blue Springs South tournament this past Saturday. Is the server. Schultz with the swat, gets it over. Brown sets up her teammate, Guyett. Let the Stars pick it up on the defensive end. Zarda now from the back line. Brown plays it for Riley. Migliezzo now trying to keep it up. Diving for it was Emily Wimhoff. Couldn't get to that one in time to keep it up for the Stars. Match point once again here in this third set. Or for the first time here in the third set, but match point for the third time in the contest overall for St. James Academy. 24-13 is the official score. Person still with the serve. Nicole Wimhoff sets up her sister Emily Wimhoff for a spike down the middle. Nice job picked up on the back line by O'Rear. Migliezzo bumps it back over. Brown going to set up her teammate Guyett. Stars still keep it up. Hogue now looks like it drew a piece of a Thunder defender, so the Stars still alive. Now trailing by 10, 24-14. Emily Wimhoff with the serve. Wimhoff, the leading kills per game player for St. Teresa's. That a double block there by St. Teresa's. Picked up nice by Vogel on the dig. Backline spike from Emily Wimhoff. Another block. Stars keep it in play, and Wimhoff had to get it from the backline as it was played back by Hogue. And that's the 25th point of the third set, 25-14. St. James will take that one. And that's going to do it as St. James wins in straight sets. They win all three, 25-21, 25-12, and 25-14 in the final set. St. James improves to 23-0 on the season, and St. Teresa's falls to 16-4 on the season. Both of these squads definitely high caliber squads, as I mentioned St. Teresa's ranked number 1 in the state of Missouri, and St. James Academy ranked 4th in the nation. Next contest on a10varsity.com for St. Teresa's will be October 20th versus Blue Valley West at 5 p.m. Their next contest overall will be this Friday at St. Joseph's Academy. You can catch St. James Academy volleyball next Wednesday. We'll have that contest as they take on a high-caliber squad out of the state of Nebraska here live on the campus of St. James Academy. That game will be broadcast on a10varsity.com as well. But St. James wins it in straight sets, 3 sets to be exact. 25-21, 25-12, 25-14 for the defending national champion. St. James Academy improves to 23-0 as St. Teresa's falls to 16-4 on the season. Thank you for tuning in, as always, here on a10varsity.com.